Good morning and happy blessed Friday. So today was interesting at work. I got to witness a really interesting interaction between a younger woman and a couple of older women. And I say everything happens for a reason. So I was there for a reason. The way it rolled out happened the way it was supposed to happen. And I was just glad I was there to be someone who could speak to and support another person and then provide everyone with different perspectives. So it reminds me of being new, right? Being new to the block or the neighborhood or the school or the job. And I think what happens is a lot of things get lost in translation or lost in someone else's need for power and control, right? So I've watched people who move up in organizations or companies and the increase of something goes to their head, whether it be the increase in title, increase of responsibility, increase in money. And at the end of the day, that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't make you a good person. You either are or you're not, or you're trying to be and you're learning how to be. But relationships are very essential in every part of your life. And so if you're not a good people person and you don't have good people skills, well, eventually whoever you are comes out, particularly if you're driven by power and money. And so I watched this interaction happen between this younger woman and these older women, and I find it disheartening to see that a lot of older people, when they ask someone younger what their age is, will turn around and try to little girl or little boy them, meaning when they find out that they're younger, try to assert themselves by age. And I'll be the first one to tell you that age doesn't determine how graceful, how smart, how intelligent, how anything you are. It's just an age, right? And if you don't think you can learn from younger people, shame on you, because everyone is always a student. And once you step out of that student role, I don't know, if you're not learning, what are you doing? So as I'm watching this back and forth, the young woman said something that my mom used to always tell me, which was, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I remember that time in my life. I remember that golden nugget because I took it and I apply it today, right? That if my intention is to get a certain response, I'm going to try and address it in a way to get the intention, right? The intention that I set. But if you don't address it in a way and you don't set the right intentions and you come into it combative and argumentative and you are listening to respond and not listening to hear, you're going to get that back and forth, right? But this young woman held her ground and she ended up getting really upset, which hurt my heart, but there was some teachable moments in there for her too. So I just stepped in and said my piece, and it was really about transition, right? Again, being new to the block, being new to the neighborhood. If you're smart, you're going to do it in a way where you come in and you do some observations and you're pretty quiet, right? And then you'll build relationships. You'll get to know your surroundings. You'll get to know whatever where the nearest store is. If we're talking about blocks, you're going to learn the different street names. You're going to know the time of day where certain streets are busy or not, and you're going to get to know your neighbors. And if you're coming into a work environment, you're going to get to know your coworkers, right? But some people come in because they have that title and then they come in too strong. And, I always say that how you come in and, well, the people you see on your way up are the same people you're going to see on your way down. And it just takes that one person on the right day, right? And meaning that a person who's going to stand their ground, a person who stands for something, they're not just going to fall for everything. And, the way that it rolled out was just, it was beautiful to me, because most young people wouldn't have had that ability to stay in their professionalism. Instead, it probably would have went left real quick. And it almost got there. But I just think that when you come into something, you have to come into it gracefully, no matter what it is, right? And to not let power, to not let money, to not let things that aren't even relevant drive you and allow you to treat or speak to people as if they are below or beneath you. And something I told these two women who are in higher positions, that I had thought of one morning, really early in the morning. It came to me, so it was my time to share it. And it came to me for a reason. And I said, it's equivalent to having an open door policy, right? You have an open door policy, but nobody comes in to that open door. What then does it say about you, right? It says so much. It says you haven't built the relationship. It says maybe you're not approachable. It just says so much. And so when I think about the entering process into anything new, you need to learn the people. You need to learn the environment. You need to build relationships, and you need to humbly and respectfully speak, interact, and deal with people at all times. Because again, for the way that you come in is the way that you'll go out. The same people you see on your way up will be the same people that you see on your way down. So it was just a thought I had, and I wanted to share. I think all of it is relevant in terms of relationship building. Are you invested in building relationships, and then how you do it, right? So thank you for listening. I love you. Happy Blessed Friday.